We are live.
Like it.
Yes.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to RNC, where it is sizzling hot, interactive, and transformative. On this episode, we shall be looking at the topic coping with overprotective partner. Coping with overprotective partner. And in the studio, I have my co-host who will be diving into the topic, coping with overprotective partner. In the studio, we have Pastor Samuel again. Pastor Samuel, good evening, sir. Pastor Samuel,
Hello, good evening, ma.
good evening. Also in the studio is Mr. Oluwafemi Oluwalere.
Beautiful evening, man. Good evening, all the viewers, and happy weekend.
And we also have Dr. Femi Samuel. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, man. Good evening, everyone at home.
I hope we all had a wonderful week. I hope we all had a wonderful week. I didn't get any response.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
man.
So let's go straight to the topic of today, coping with overprotective partner. And I would like to know that what does it really mean to be overprotective? At what point is a partner considered being overprotective? I'm throwing it open. I'm throwing it open. At what point is a partner considered being overprotective? Mr. Oluwalere, maybe we should start with you.
Good evening, listeners, once again. When you say someone is being overprotective, it means at every little thing he wants to react. Thinking to him is doing you a favor by not allowing people to come near you, by not allowing any people to hurt you, by not allowing any people to influence you. And the person you think you are overprotecting may not really like it. So if, for example, you do something and he corrects you, and repeatedly you still do it, and to him he doesn't like it, it means you are going beyond your boundary. So at such an instance, you can say such person is being regarded as being overprotective. If, for example, you believe something is done to hurt the other partner and you try to checkmate and he doesn't respond, he's aligned with it, we may not say such person is being overprotective. But at every given time, at every given opportunities, you want to do a kind of coverage. You want to behave as if you are protecting such a partner, and such a partner doesn't really like what you are doing, and he keeps on telling you, and yet you do it repeatedly. Then in such a case, we say such a person is being overprotective. And mark you, in such instances, the other party you think you are protecting doesn't like it. So at that point, at that level, you say such a partner is being overprotective. I think that's the little explanation I can give for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Samuel, do you have anything to add to that?
Samuel is not here. So.
Dr. Samuel, do you have
Thank you
anything to
very
add to
Okay,
much.
that?
fair Simon. Okay.
It's Pastor Samuel that
Yes.
love that.
What I know about being overprotective is that most people that do that, especially if it's in a relationship, it boils down to the fact that the person that is showing overprotectiveness is not just insecure, is there is feeling of insecurity, that is feeling threatened. So he doesn't want the other person to mingle freely, thinking that mingling with others could actually jeopardize the relationship they're having. He only showed high level of insecurity. When you see people being overprotective over their partner, it shows high level of insecurity. And it means that to some extent, it's not that people that are overprotective, it doesn't mean that they don't actually have a level of trust. It's just that the trust is not strong enough for you to go to bed and close with your two eyes when your partner is out there. So there's a level of insecurity. That's what is trying to play out when you are being overprotective. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay. So I'm going to Mr. Oluwalere. Being overprotective is not just limited to opposite sex relationship. We have seen traces of overprotectiveness against colleagues, friends, neighbors, and family members of either parties. How should the victim, so to say, manage the situation and still maintain good relationship with the partner and the other parties involved?
Well, thank you very much. Overprotectiveness, like we have said, like I've explained, and like my colleagues too has explained. Like you said, it's not really limited to opposite sex alone. It cut across different status. It could be to colleagues, it could be for friends, it could be to neighbors, it could be to brothers, junior or senior, it could be to sisters, it could even be to college mother or even teachers to students. When, like I said, when you see somebody reacting to any little situations that affects the other person he's protecting, when you see such person that is protecting responding negatively to it, it means he believes his security is being threatened. It means at every given point in time, it looks as if you are threatening his level of independence. So to guard against that is for you to politely let such person knows that, well, protecting me is good. Then when it becomes too much or incessant, it becomes something else. It means you are taking away the level of independence of such person. It means you are eroding his level of independence. And the best thing to do is to caution you politely. Well, protecting me is good, but it's becoming too much. It's affecting my productivity. It's affecting me as a person. It's taking away my independence. It's indirectly telling people I am not a man of myself, and that maybe I am not a matured person. And if such person really gets what you are saying, I think such person needs to caution himself. Mark, if you want to do that, you do it politely. It's not just a question of reacting sharply or negatively. No, there's just a question of politely calling that person. Please, well, what you are doing is good, but to me, I don't want to appreciate it because it's getting too much. You are letting people to know I can't decide anything by myself. You are letting people to know I am not matured. You are letting people to know that my security is threatened. I can't make any decision on my own. and I'm an immature person. So it's just a question of telling that person politely. And if that person gets what you are saying and he wants to respect himself, the best thing to do is to retract. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank God our Pastor Samuel is in. So I'm going to direct this question to him. So Pastor Samuel, as a pastor and a member of marriage committee, you must have counseled many couples with such situations as in cases of overprotectiveness. What are the consistent advice or actions or strategies that have worked over time? You are muted. Pastor Sam, you're muted.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We see, first and foremost, when we talk about overprotectiveness, what we are saying is that we can also call it insecurity. When a partner is overprotective, it means the partner is feeling insecure. As Mr. Femi Oluware said, that when you are saying that when you are overprotecting somebody, you are making other people to feel not to know now, but to feel, because that person might not necessarily be an immature person, but you're making people to feel that the person is not mature, not to know that the person is not mature, but to feel that the person is not mature. And that has to do with your own insecurity. It is not because you are not protecting the person because, maybe because you love that person so much, but you are protecting the person, you are overprotecting because you are feeling insecure. You are feeling insecure. And what happens in such cases is that you find out that when you are overprotective, you don't allow the other party to make mistake. So the other party might not be able to take decision on himself or herself. So what's the best way to tackle the issues or the kind of counsel that works is just to let that person that is overprotecting to know that no matter what you do, you should know that you are not the one in charge of that person's life. You are not the one in charge of that person's life. It is God that is in charge of the person's life. So you cannot do more than what God can do or what God will do. So what you just need to do is learn how to overlook some things. Learn how to overlook some things. Learn how to let go of some things. Most of the time, you find that people that are overprotective, most of the time, you find that they are jealous people. They are jealous people. And the truth is that if you are jealous, you find out that there's no way that you can enjoy your relationship. So the best counsel to give people that are overprotective is that they should learn to let go of some things. They should learn to overlook some things. If you feel that, I don't want him to make mistake, I don't want her to make mistake, let her make mistake. We learn from mistake. It is when you make mistake that you learn. So the best counsel is to let people know that it is not wrong to make mistake. It is not totally wrong to make mistake. When someone makes mistake, the person can learn from that mistake. So learn to let go, learn to allow people to live their lives so that they can make mistake and correct the mistake while you are not there. If you are overprotective, when you are not there, then you won't allow the person to know how to fashion his or her life. So the best counsel, as I've said, is to learn to overlook some things and learn to let go of some things. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much, sir. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm going to Mr. Oluwalere. Does being overprotective make the person get more attention, commitment, or loyalty from his or her partner? The person that is overprotective, as a result of being overprotective, without result to he or she getting attention or more commitment or loyalty from his or her partner? Mr. Oluwalere, sir.
Thank you very much. Hello, I'm hearing you. I said thank you. Trying to get the attention, or it doesn't really. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Are you hearing me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. The fact that that person is trying to be overprotective does not really mean that person is getting any loyalty from him. No. There's no loyalty. It's not loyalty most of the time. Most of the time when you see somebody being overprotective, being trying to be overprotective of others, it means such a person is very, very jealous. That person is a jealous person. And it mostly happens between couples or between friends. Let me give you a practical example this evening. When I was still not married, I just finished from school, I finished from service, I just came to Lagos. I was staying with my auntie. I won't mention the place, because some people might be watching me. So the other, if I mention the place, they would know. So when I was still living with my auntie, there was a couple opposite my auntie's flat in their close. That man, each time the woman steps out of the house, this man will just follow, will take another route and be watching where that woman is going. He will be watching every time. And consistently in the evening, most of the time, she will discover that woman will step out. So at a point when that time is always very getting close, that man will leave and will go and hide himself. And he was doing it consistently. But something happened thereafter. The man died. Now that the man has died, does that mean the woman will not do what she was doing before? No. Mm-hmm. Does that mean the woman will continue to make mistakes now? No. Does that mean it will show whether that woman was not matured enough? No. Does that mean that woman cannot take a decision without him? No. Does that mean that woman is maybe is involved in infidelity? No. So just trying to behave as if you are maintaining loyalty, or that if you are having an attention to such person, to me it's not so. What I will term it to be is such a person being jealous. It could be between couples, it could be between friends or peers. If it is between peers, maybe you believe that person is more intelligent than you, and the best way for you to bring him down or her is to continue to pretend as if you are overprotecting him. If you want to take decision, you curb him. If you want to do this, you checkmate him or her. If you want to say anything, you stop him. No. So it's not whether you are having an attention for such person or your loyalty, but jealousy. That's where I would look at it. And it's mostly common among couples. And any couple that you see that is trying to be overprotective of his partner, if you watch that person very well or critically, such a person may likely be somebody who is not sincere, who is having an extramarital affairs outside. He doesn't want the couple or the partner to do such thing. So the best thing he does is to find a way of checkmating and trying to overprotect him. So it's not a question of having an attention or loyalty, but just a petty jealousy. That's the way I will answer it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Samuel, what are the implications on the person that is overprotected? What are the implications of being overprotected on the person that is being protected?
Thank you very much, Max. The implication is that you don't allow, as I said earlier, that you don't allow the person. You've ruled out the confidence of that person. You are ruling out the confidence of that person. You don't allow the person to make decision. You don't allow the person to make mistake so that the person can correct the mistake. You don't allow the person to know how to live his own life without you. So you don't allow the person to know how to live, to be able to live his own life without you. So when the implication basically is that you don't allow the person to live, overprotect people. We won't be able to know what that person can do. When you overprotect people or a person, we find out that, in fact, that as Mr. Luare has rightly said, that does not mean the person is loyal. The person is loyal. When you want to know whether somebody is loyal, allow the person to have a free hand. Allow the person to be able to do things on her own. If you want to know whether a bird is loyal or not, don't cage the bird. Allow the bird to fly out. When the bird comes back, then you know that, oh, this bird is loyal. Well, but when the bird does not return back, then you know. But if you don't allow the bird, if you don't release the bird to fly, you won't know the kind of bird that it is. So the implication is that you are ruling out the confidence of the person you are protecting. You really like the confidence of the person you are protecting. You don't allow the person to exercise his or her strengths, to do things on her own, to make mistake and to correct the mistake without you. So that's what it means. That's the implication on the person that is overprotected. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Dr. Samuel. Okay, what are the possible emotional implications? The possible emotional implication to the person that is overprotected. How can the person be affected? How can it affect the person emotionally?
Overprotecting someone simply means that you don't really trust the person's judgment. You don't trust the person's action. And it means that the self-confidence of that person is being queried, is being questioned. The person is going to lose self-confidence. Most of the time, when people don't trust you, if someone is about to look into the eye and tell you that I don't trust you, you know how you feel. The person doesn't trust. So you are not you are not giving your best. The person cannot actually get the best from you. Because people that are overprotecting, they do it over and over. are different levels of it. You could get to the level in which you can get to someone's phone, start searching the phone. What is in the phone? What is in the call log? What are the messages? Who is talking to you? Where have you been? And all those things. You don't want the person not just free. He's being treated as if I don't trust you. That's what we are possessing. It means that I don't trust. The person that is exhibiting is not secure. It's either he feels that maybe you are too beautiful for him, or you are too rich for her, or you are too intelligent for her, you are too attractive, all those things. So he's trying to protect you so that no one will have access to you, thinking that the relationship that will occur between the two of you happened by chance. And he doesn't want anybody to have the same chance of having that relationship. That's why he's protecting you. So it's a high level of insecurity in the life of God. It's not secure. It feels uh, what the way it work out with her or with him can work out with someone else. So the victim of this occurrence, he started losing confidence in himself or in herself, thinking that I can't even go out. We ask you question, where are you going to, where are you coming from, where you do branch. Seeing you working with someone who they call through. I saw you somewhere, trekking with someone, so I saw someone in your car. Who is that person? It makes the person to feel that is not trusted, number one. Number two, and if you have ever told someone, the best thing you can tell a man is that don't worry, I trust you. Even if you want to do what is bring in his mind that I don't want to betray this trust. But when you tell someone I don't trust you, it brings out the morale, the psyche of the person. And you can never get the best. Because in all his action, in all his interaction, all his conversation, he's trying as much as possible
Can we see here, Pastor Dr. Samuel? I can no longer hear you.
Not exactly.
Okay, because I cannot hear him.
I can't hear him.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Okay, his line is breaking. Okay, let's move further from there. Pastor Samuel, I'd like to ask, for those protective partners, what can the person do to get rid of such habits? Pastor Samuel,
come again, man. I didn't get the
for
question.
the protective,
I didn't get the
the
question.
person that is being overprotective, what can the person do to get rid of the bad habits? What can the person do so that it can stop being overprotective?
Thank you very much, man. You see, the truth is that
Cloud
can you hear me?
clear. Yes,
Can you
please.
hear me? Okay. You see, the person need to let go of some things. You need to learn how to let go. The person needs to learn how to overlook. The person needs to within that, oh, I have decided, Dr. Samuel said, lack of trust. Yes, I agree with him. The person needs to decide that no, whatever happens, I need to trust this person. I need to learn how to trust people. I need to learn how to let go. I need to learn how to overlook things. So what is just going to happen? Yes, it might be difficult, but the issue of being overprotective does not start one day. It's a gradual thing. It's a gradual process. So getting out of it is going to be a gradual process too. By overlooking some things, by deciding right within you that no, I will learn to trust people. I will learn to allow people to have a free hand to do what they can do. And if they make mistake, I will learn how to allow people to make. If they make mistake, then I can correct them. If the person is actually overprotecting the person not to make mistake, you see, allow the person, learn how to allow the person to make mistake, and after the mistake, then you can correct the person. So basically, you need to let go. You need to let go. You need to overlook, learn how to overlook things, and decide right within you that, oh, it might be difficult, but I won't say anything. I will allow it to fly the way it is. I will allow it to go the way it is. I will allow it to be the way it is. We cannot overprotect. We cannot do more than what we can do. So basically, you just need to let go. Decide right within you. It's going to be a gradual thing. It's going to grow. And by the time you see, you do it today, you overlook, oh, this person is going out. And the person comes and you did not ask question that, oh, where are you coming from? Why do you stay long? Why is your this? Are you looking like one? You know, by the time you do it today, you do it tomorrow, you do it next tomorrow, you'll be used to it. It's a gradual thing. It's going to be a gradual process. Overlooking things, letting things be, and decide from what. If you don't make that decision from right within you that, oh, I will allow things to go, then it might be difficult. But if you decide and you overlook things, you find out that gradually you get used to it. You get used to it. That does not mean you should not protect the person. That does not mean you should see danger and allow the person to walk into the danger. But the truth is that basically you allow things. You don't have to be petty with things. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Oluwalere, sir. Like Pastor Samuel said, that you have a situation where the person has been doing it over and over again. After so many attempts to make this person stop being overprotective, you're feeling uncomfortable with it. You're losing your independence. You're feeling this person is making people feel ill about me, as in have negative feeling about me, that I can't take decision by myself, I cannot be trusted, and all that. So in such situation, after several attempts, and this person, the partner, seems not to change, how should the other person cope with an overprotective partner? Mr. Oluwalere, sir.
Thank you very much. Very simple. The person who has been playing the role of being overprotective definitely must have some people he respects so much. Then you go and report him to such people. The people you know he respects so much, go and report him to them. You might have a godfather to report him to such person. You might have a pastor in the church, report him to such pastor. You might have a boss in the church, in this office, report him to such a boss. It might be somebody who respects his parents very well, report him to the parents. Let them know the implication of always trying to overprotect you. Let me give you a typical example. When you tend to overprotect somebody, you make such person to fall into error. That's number one. If we are trying to assume somebody is being, maybe is an especially couple, if we believe somebody is involved in infidelity and you continue to monitor him, you want or her, you want to overprotect her. If care is not taken, that person may, because of that, do that thing which you think he's doing when he's not actually doing it. So, as a way of checkmating or controlling it, is report such person to who you know that person respects a lot. Such person that you know can influence his decision. Just go to that person, report him, and that person, I think the best thing to do is to call the two of them and highlight it to him the evil effect of trying to overprotect somebody. It even happens among parents and children at home. You believe your child is not old enough to do some things. You believe your child is not mature to do some things. You believe your child cannot go out alone to go to a place and begin to checkmate. Definitely, you are not really building confidence in such person. Definitely, you are trying to withdraw the little control some person has. So I think the best thing as a way of minimizing is to report him or her to somebody you know he respects a lot. Maybe his godfather, his pastors, his parents, his boss in the office, or whoever you know, or maybe his closest friend. And I think if that person is reasonable, I think he should checkmate himself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Samuel, you could conclude your earlier discussion, and also if you have anything to it, that's what would be the coping mechanism living with an overprotective partner after several attempts the person doesn't seem to change.
Thank you very much. See, as I was saying before my network disappeared, the if someone is showing signs of being overprotective, it could make you to feel it could go as far as because it's actually when every step second guessing your movement. It could actually be distressing. Nobody trusts you. But the way it is, if you find yourself in that shoe, hello, if you find yourself in that shoe and there's no way you could help yourself, the best bet is still that you have to select what you do or what you don't do. In such way, you don't trigger the overprotectiveness. Like if you're close to a colleague of yours and your partner is monitoring the call, try to reduce it. Reduce the movement. Someone that calls for the hour, just to look for a way not to generate it because the person protects monitoring. Sometimes people for phone, tell some of your guys, please don't because people call from you, you ask who called you, why did they call you, have to play along because you're already in a relationship. So the reason what I'm just trying to say is that you try as much as possible to build the confidence that there is nothing is not in your mind. There is no maybe with time, the person will now if the person look for over some time and he couldn't really lay hands on anything abnormal. If he will calm down, I mean relax his actions a bit as while still watching you. But if someone is being overprotected, your partner is being overprotective and he's seeing reason to be looking, he's seeing reason to be following you out anywhere you want to go, to want to know what you are. That means you are not doing enough. Just put up steps to make sure that nothing is happening around you, the person will relax a bit. People that are overprotective, they are not secure. They feel that you are too good for them, and that's what they are doing, what they are doing. So you just have to reassure and tell them that I'm not too good for you. In fact, the reverse is the case. That may go a long way in calming nerves down and making the person to look away from your side, to give you a breathing space so that you can breathe. Thank you.
Tony, you are muted. I don't hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, somebody was interrupting with the call. Yeah. Pastor Samuel, let me ask you this question. If, let's say, for example, a wife or husband is overprotecting the other person from his parents or his immediate family members, how should that be handled?
Come again with the question. I didn't get the question well, please.
If one partner, husband or wife, is overprotecting the partner from his own family, his own parents and immediate family, how should that be handled? Imagine the wife does not want the brothers to talk to his own brother. He doesn't want his sister to talk to him. He's trying to cage him. He doesn't want his family to have access to him or her. So how should that case be handled?
Thank you very much, ma'am. When a partner is caging, when a partner is caging the other against maybe his or her own family, you see, most cases, we discover that number one, that means there is no unity in that home, because how can when we're talking about protecting against the other party or the family now, you see, the best way to handle such issue is for that partner that is overprotective to know that, oh, this person is from this family. So there is no way you could if they've been protecting, take for instance, if it is the wife, if the family had been protecting her, there's no way the husband can get her in the first place. So you cannot protect somebody from their own family from getting access from their family getting access to her. So the best way is the person to realize that there is no way you can if you are doing that, you see, by the time she has, let's say if it is a woman, by the time she has access to those people, the things they will tell her, or the things they will do, in fact, will now be, it will make, it's like when you are protecting, when you are keeping things for a child, you maybe take for instance, you have a box of sweets and you are keeping it away from the child, that, oh, this child must not touch, this child must not see this child must not have access to this and all that. Whenever the child have access to that sweet, you find out that the child will overtake the sweet, because it always have a negative effect on the marriage. So the best way to handle such issue is to allow the person that is protected to know that when this person have access to this thing that you are saying, to these people that you are protecting her from, you find out that you might not be able to, you might not have the capacity of handling the consequence or the result of it. So the best way to handle is for the person that is overprotecting to know that the issue might get out of hand. That the issue might get out of hand, and the person should try as much as possible. No, there's nothing wrong if you are telling, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but when it is too much, then it becomes a problem. When it is too much, it becomes a problem. So the best way is for the person that is overprotected to know that you cannot overdo things and you get a very good result. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Samuel, no, Pastor Samuel just addressed the case of one partner protecting the partner from his own family. But what about the case where he's protecting the partner from his own or our own family? Like, for example, our husband is protecting his wife from his own family. He doesn't want the wife to relate with his own family. You say, oh, don't make friends with my sisters. Don't make friends with my, and maybe the other person says, we are family. There's some things we should, and the other person is just saying, don't go there. Don't make friends with my family. I don't want you. I just let them be. So how should that be addressed?
Those are sensitive issues. I'm saying this in the sense that if a man is protecting you from being close to his family, there are reasons. Maybe you felt to be influenced from the family. In this part of the world, someone can just be feeling there is the family are diabolical so that they will not harm. There are reasons. But it's the woman that will play, that will play the game well. And how do you play your game well? You try to balance from not being called a bad person to not disobeying, not going too far away from your husband. You have to put it on a balance because the family, most of the time, the family may not see what the man is saying. They are interpreting, they are seeing your action. And if the man is not the bold type that can come out and tell everybody that this is my stand, they'll be seeing the woman as a bad person, not knowing that he's only acting on instruction. So when someone puts you at that level in which you need to interface within two people, you look for a balance and you must pray for God to teach you on what to say and what to do so that neither your husband nor his family will see you as a bad person. More often than not, the two parties will settle their fight, but the part you play during that conflict will never be forgotten by any of the parties. So it's just for you to play it well so that you will not find yourself at the crossfire where two warring parties are. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Oluwalere, I want you to look at this scenario where the woman is protecting her husband from her own family, probably because she felt her family are going to be siphoning money from her husband. So she said, okay, so she doesn't want her own family to go close to her husband because she doesn't want them to have access so that they will not collect money from him, so that they will not bring their problem to the husband. How can you address that scenario? Mr. Oluwalere, sir. Mr. Oluwalere, can you hear me?
Thank you very much. If it is the woman that is protecting her husband from getting closer to her family, that is very, very good. That is still very okay. Because
why is it okay?
It's very okay because the family of the woman has little or no control over her husband. But if it is the husband that is protecting her from his own family. Hello?
Loud and clear, we can hear you, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear,
Are you
sir.
hearing me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear
Hello?
you. We can hear you.
Hello? What I'm saying in essence that, okay, I said if it is the wife that is protecting her husband from having access to her family, that is better. That is good. Because her family has little or no control over her husband. But if it is on the other way round, that is when there is an issue. That is when there's an issue because the wife has left her home and has come to another home, and that other home they has come to has become her own home. So that's when there's an issue. But if it is the wife that is protecting her husband from seeing her family, well, that to some extent is okay because one, they have little or no control over him. But if it's on the way around, like I said, that is when it is not too good. But however, there must be a limit to it so that her family will not tag her husband as somebody who is insensitive, as somebody who is very thrifty, as somebody who is not considerate, as person who is not even willing to associate with her in-law. But at least to some extent, that is still okay to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Samuel and Pastor Samuel, do you have anything to add to that before we call it a day today? Hello?
Both
Pastor
Samuels are
Samuel.
muted.
Nothing, man.
Dr. Samuel, what's your take on that? The woman protecting the husband from her family. Does it not make the man feel like, the man is insensitive? We're supposed to be family.
Yes, we're supposed to be family, but we all understand our family better than our partner. There are some things about my family that my partner will never know. I understand the troublesome, I understand the tricky, the one that is sneaky, the one that gets angry. So if for any reason a woman is protecting you from her family, well, you should understand. It's just you as a man that because he's not even though he's telling you not to talk, you don't have to swallow those information hook, line, and sinker. What you do is that even though if you are going to move close to them, you have to be careful, open your eyes wide, because more often than not, you will see what she's telling you. You start seeing those things manifesting. So it's better you move if they are trying to draw you close, get close to them with caution, open all your senses, let them be at full capacity so that you can pick any problem on time. If you now pick your problem any at all and you are withdrawing based on those you will have a legal ground to withdraw. But if your wife is just telling you, don't talk to my brother, don't talk to my sister, sometimes it looks so funny and it could be so difficult. You as a man, you have to look for a way to juxtapose both what you are being told and your actions. If not so, the family may see you as being insensitive, that you don't care about them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Pastor Samuel
much,
is back.
sir. Pastor Samuel is back. Do you have something to add to that, sir, Pastor Samuel?
Yeah,
The wife
I
does
think
not want our families to collect money from her husband. They will collect all his money, so she's caging him.
well, Dr. Samuel and Mr. Luade, they've done justice to it. The woman understands her family very, very well. She understands her family very, very well. She knows what they can do. She might know that if she gives the opportunity, they will go beyond their boundary. And so if she doesn't want them to go beyond their boundary, and at the same time, she also understands the husband, she might know that, oh, maybe the husband is a weak person, that whatever they ask him, he will give. And at the end of the day, he doesn't know how to say no. So if she has that kind of a husband that does not know how to say no, she has to be the one to protect the husband as much as possible. And of course, that's one of her duty anyway. That's one of her duty to protect the husband.
And he's showing red to her feelings so that it's now going, it's now go up.
Hello? So
we can hear you, sir.
Okay. So that's one of her duty anyway, to protect the husband. You know, so if she's doing that, she's not doing badly. She's not doing badly. It's just that she has to do it in such a way that she won't put the husband in the kind of situation that our family will now be looking at the husband and you know, she has to play the game in such a way that they will know that, oh, she's the one in the middle, she's the one protecting the husband. It's not that, oh, that she has to do it in such a way that she doesn't even allow them to get access to him at all. Because if she's allowing them to get access to him, and she's telling him that don't do for them, then she's putting the husband in a bad situation. But if she does it in such a way that she doesn't even allow them to get access to the husband, then they will know that, oh, we don't have access. If we have the opportunity of getting to him, then he might do it. But if they are getting to him and she's telling the husband don't do it, then she's putting the husband in a very tight situation. So it's one of her duties. So she has to play the duty to protect the husband. There's nothing wrong in that, but she has to do it. She has to play the game in a very neat and a polite manner. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah. On this note, I'm going to go for your final advice as we close today, and I'm starting with Mr. Oluwalere. Your final word for today's topic for both parties. Mr. Oluwalere, sir. Mr. Oluwalere, are you there?
My final words.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My final words. We live in a democratic world today. I am on my leg. I'm talking. Are you hearing me? Yeah, I'm talking. Yes. Are you hearing me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir. Go on.
Hello?
Go on. We can hear you.
Hello?
We
Dr.
can
Samuel,
hear
are you
you.
hearing me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. We can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. I said today we live in a democratic world. I'm also talking. We live in a democratic world, and the world is a global village. And as a result of that, I'm talking. We live in a democratic world. The world is a global village. And don't just assume that maybe somebody is immature or somebody is not sensitive enough to take some decisions on his or her own. So because of that, let your level of control be minimal. And if the person comes to you and tell you the level of control you are putting on him or her is getting too much, please step down, minimize it, so that it won't develop into something else, and so that it won't take away the sense of control of such person or the esteem of that person being denied him of it. So let the level of control you have over anybody be limited. Let the person exercise his or her own authority to some extent. Don't serve as a hindrance. Because when you begin to over control him, over protect him, it means you are taking away his sense of reasoning. You are taking away his independence. And that will not go well for the continued development of such person. So let your control over anybody be minimal. Be it your couple, be it your children, be it your subordinates in the office, or be it anybody, either in the church or anywhere you find yourself. Thank you.
Dr. Samuel, your final word, please. Then after we have Pastor Samuel.
I'm done.
Thank you very much. If you find yourself in which someone is trying to be overprotective over you, you just have to play along with the game. And playing along means that let the person trust you. You have to build trust anyhow you want to do it. Because if you don't, we've had cases that have led into problem in the past. Like when there was this thing they taught us in school, Othello syndrome. Othello had loved the wife and believed the wife was having extramarital affair. The jealousy got to the point in which he killed the woman. So when we have anybody that is having pathological jealousy about not trusting somebody, one of the manifestation could be, we call it Othello syndrome. So before you get to the point in which someone doesn't trust you, start harming you, you just have to look for a way to make the person trust you. So if you find yourself in that situation, you have to work more on your interaction. Don't do things that will make people think, that may make him or her think that you are doing something else. Just have to come out clear. So that
Thank you so much, sir. Pastor Samuel, what's your final take on this? And I also want you to add to it the difference between jealousy and being overprotective.
Okay, thank you very much, Marco.
Pastor Samuel, sir.
Okay, thank you, Marco. I guess you can hear me.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can hear you, sir.
Okay. Being overprotective is not a good thing. There's no two ways about it. It's not a good thing. As I've said, it lower the confidence of the other party. It means if the other party feels that, oh, I cannot do anything on my own. And of course, for the person that is overprotective, is a sign of insecurity, as we have rightly said. Now, if we are talking about the difference between jealousy and being overprotective, the difference it is jealousy most of the time. It is jealousy that leads to being overprotective. When you are jealous, you don't want your partner to talk to anybody. When you're driving the car and somebody say hi to your partner and you are looking at who is this person. It is jealousy that leads to being overprotective. It is when somebody is jealous, that is when the person is overprotective. That is when the person does not want you to go close to anybody. That's when the person wants to be the only one to have access to you. So jealousy is the beginning of being overprotective. When somebody is jealous, you see, you cannot be overprotective when you are not. Most of the time you cannot be overprotective when you are not jealous. But when you are jealous, you find out that you do not want anybody to go close to that person that you are overprotecting. So that is it. It is jealousy that comes before being overprotective. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. So on this note, we are going to draw the topic, the curtain on this episode. And I also want to remind us, as it has been said, that allow your partner make their decision. Allow your partner live his or her own life. You are not in charge of your partner's life. So being someone's partner does not make you their God. Overprotectiveness is a sign that you are not a loyal person yourself. So allow a bird fly to test its loyalty. So on this note, we are going to say you should have a wonderful week. We hope to see you again on another episode on Real Men's Talk, where it is sizzling hot, interactive, and transforming. And so remember, if you're watching the live at tag live, if you're watching the replay at tag replay, and share the video, like the video. We hope to see you again on the next episode. Good night and have a wonderful weekend. Good night, everyone. Dr. Samuel, Pastor Samuel, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, viewers.